YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there and forever. And we're gonna talk about the Washington Wizards getting a rare win, 130 to 122 over the Memphis Grizzlies. And this is a game where they was even trailing in the fourth quarter, and they still found a way to put on a run and was able to win the game before the end of the game. But the Grizzlies are now 13 and 15 and 6 and 8 at home. This was a game where they should have won. They put themselves in a good position to possibly win it, and then they ultimately blew it. And this was a game where the Wizards, they just came in and said we're gonna play as best as we can and live with the result. You have to accept that, and they go to 5-21. It looks like they're definitely out of the playoff race. And 3-12 on the road. It improved, but it still looks terrible. Other than that, they lost the first quarter 30-25, in the second quarter 38-28. And you would think that Memphis should be able to beat them and hang on to the lead. And then the second half happened where the Wizards put 42 points on the Memphis Grizzlies while they only scored 27. And then they put 35 on them in the fourth quarter while they scored another 27, the Grizzlies did. And by then they lost by 8. Chris Middleton played 22 minutes, 6 points for him. He went 1 of 9 from the field, and then he made a 3. But it was good timing when he made that 3, and he also went 3 or 4 from the free throw line. That helped. But he missed so many shots that it hurted him, then it helped him because he only had 3 rebounds, 4 assists, a turnover. He also got 2 steals, and he actually had 2 personal fouls, and he was a 0 in plus minus. Not one of his best games for sure, but anything is better than nothing sometimes. You have to look at it that way since they won. Keyshawn George finished them off with the free throws, and he finished 5 of 5 from the free throw line and 3 of 7 from 3. But he also went 10 of 16 from the field. He does a good job of picking how to attack, when to attack, and using his body to be able to finish or create separation or get a good first step to be able to do those things. He finished with 28 points, and he also had 7 rebounds, 7 assists. That came with 4 turnovers, though. He also had 1 steal, 1 block, 2 offensive rebounds, 5 personal fouls, and a plus 13 in plus minus. Alexandre Sarr, 26 minutes, 18 points, 8 of 16 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 11 rebounds. That's a double-double right there. And he also had 2 assists, and he also had a block. 6 offensive rebounds. He's fast, he's long, he's quick. And if you don't pay attention to him, he will slip in and grab a board and go straight up or kick it back out. 2 personal fouls and a -1 and plus minus. CJ McCollum, 39 minutes, 28 points, 9 of 16 from the field, 6 of 12 from 3, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. The scoring was there, the 3-point shooting was there, and he didn't really give up or quit. He gave them life a lot throughout this game. He did have 6 assists with no turnovers, with 5 boards, 1 offensive rebound, and 3 personal fouls, and finished as a plus 15 and plus minus. He's one of their better scorers, if not the best scorer on the team, because other guys just not consistent enough at this point of their careers. Carlton Bub Carrington, 35 minutes, 14 points, 4 of 11 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds. They all had a rebound and an assist or more for all the starters, which was good, showing you that they play good team basketball. 4 assists for Carlton Bub Carrington, 2 turnovers with it, and he also had 1 personal foul, was a plus 14 and plus minus. Didn't really shoot the ball that great. It was really just the ability to get to the free throw line and make some open looks when it was there. That wasn't from 3 really, but that still helped because he got the double figures and he was able to help on the boards. Marvin Bagley did a good job near the paint, even with fadeaways. 22 minutes for him, 16 points, 8 of 13 from the field. He missed his only 3. He had 6 boards, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 5 offensive rebounds. He only had 1 that wasn't offensive, and it was defensive for that reason. 3 personal fouls and a plus 7 and plus minus. Justin Champagnie, 24 minutes, 4 points, 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, 1 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 11 rebounds, and this one you probably would have never thought he would have did it, but it came at the right time because 5 of them also was offensive, just like Marvin, and he had 4 assists, which was the most off the bench, and 1 turnover, 1 steal, and 1 block. 2 personal fouls and a -2 and plus minus. If he would have made a couple more shots, this game would have been really good for him, but it still ended up being a good one too because he did all these little things that matter and helps tip the pot in your favor. And then Malachi Branham, 0 minutes, played a couple seconds, didn't do anything at all because of that. And he was a -5 and plus minus. Will Riley played 11 minutes. He finished with 4 points because he went 1 of 2 from three and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Those was his only free throws and field goals. And he had 1 board, 1 offensive rebound, which it was. It was a -8 and plus minus. And then Trey Johnson, he had played 21 minutes. He finished with 12 points and was 5 of 11 from the field, 2 of 7 from three. So he didn't really complain about that because he was the only other guy to get in double figures in points. He also had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 turnovers, and a steal, 2 personal fouls, and was a +7 and plus minus. 47 of 99, 47% from the field, 17 to 44, 39% from three, 19 to 26, 73% from the free throw line, 54 rebounds, 32 assists, 13 turnovers, 5 steals, 3 blocks, 20 offensive rebounds, 20 personal fouls. And then the Memphis Grizzlies, they did a lot of things right in this game, but they found a way to blow it in the end. Brandon Clark got on the court only for 4 minutes, which sucks for him because he just came back, I believe. But he did have 2 points by the end of the game. He went 1 of 2 from the field, had 3 rebounds in the steal, 1 offensive rebound, and no personal fouls. Was a +3 and plus minus. Hopefully everything goes right for him in the future is all you can hope for. Jaren Jackson Jr. ended up playing 32 minutes. He finished with 22 points and went 7 of 18 from the field, 3 of 7 from three, and 5 of 7 from the free throw line. He's been really good at scoring these last couple seasons, and he's doing it this year too a little bit. And he did have 8 boards, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, and 2 steals, 1 offensive rebounds, and he did foul out of this game and was a +5 and plus minus by the end of it. You have to hate that he fouled out. You have to hate that he was doing too much on the defensive end, and you wanted a little bit more efficiency offensively from him too. But he's figuring things out, and he's getting more confidence in his game. He just has to be smarter out there and just be a little bit more patient and not force and rush things. And then Cedric Howard, he was always doing the right thing. You have to love him for that. 31 minutes, 14 points, 5 of 9 from the field, moving without the ball, keeping the ball going, getting rid of the ball if he doesn't have a look that he likes, and rolling to the rim sometimes too. He was 2 of 4 from the free throw line. He ended up getting a rebound or more in this game. The starting lineup got a rebound or more in this game. They all did. And then he had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal and a block. 3 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and a +6 and plus minus. Jalen Wells, 32 minutes, 4 points. He went 2 of 10 from the field and 0 of 5 from three. He didn't really help them that much in this game when it came to the offensive end. They did need it to be able to win this one. He did have 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and a steal, 2 personal fouls, and a -17 and plus minus. Cam Spencer, 37 minutes, 19 points, 7 to 18 from the field, 4 of 10 from three, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 11 assists. That's a double-double right there for him, and they needed it, and they still lost. 4 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and a -11. Cam Spencer has been a real big help for them, especially from the perimeter, and just being patient and just letting the game come to him. But Santi Aldama looked like he was going to be the hero of the night because he was doing so many things for this Grizzly team, and he's been great ever since he's been a Grizzly, and he just backed it up again tonight. 36 minutes off the bench. Them starter-like minutes. That's how much they needed him in this game. That's how much of a difference maker he was in this game. 37 points for him, 15 to 23 from the field, 5 of 9 from three, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 10 rebounds, a double-double. That's great. Then he had 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, a block, 6 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, a -1. The inside game was working. The floater game was working. The pull-up game was working. The three-point game was working. The rebounds was there for him. He was also bringing it defensively. It was nothing that he didn't do wrong, or he did a lot of things right too. In the minutes that he played and opportunities that he got, he was doing so good that they couldn't wait to give him the ball, and he was able to go out there and play like he was a superstar tonight. But it can happen in any given game when it comes to this beautiful game of basketball that we watch and enjoy. Oliver Prosper, 17 minutes, 8 points, 3 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from three, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, a -11 and plus minus, no personal fouls. You were just happy the fact that he was able to knock down the open looks that he was able to get and make plays, whether it was scoring or passing. Jock Landale, he didn't have a good one tonight. 24 minutes, he only had 5 points. He went 2 of 10 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He ended up having 8 rebounds. They all had a rebound or more, and an assist or more, even off the bench as a team, and it still wasn't enough. He also had an assist, a turnover, and a block. 6 offensive rebounds out of the 8. That's really good. And 2 personal fouls in the -7 and plus minus. And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he gave them double figures in scoring. He played 28 minutes, was the second most off the bench. He ended up having 11 points, was 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal. 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and a -7 and plus minus. 45 over 100, 45% from the field. They ended up taking 1 more shot than the Wizards. They also shot 16 of 44, 36% from 3. Both teams shot that many threes, but the Wizards made it at a better percentage. And then 16 to 22, 73% from the free throw line. They both shot 73% from the free throw line. It was just they took 22 free throws and the Wizards took 26. And then 48 rebounds to 54. Wizards won that one. 31 to 32 assists. Wizards won that one. 14 turnovers to the 13 of the Wizards. The Wizards won that one. 7 steals compared to 5. The Grizzlies won that one. Both teams had 3 blocks. 19 offensive rebound, 20 for the Wizards. They won that one. And then obviously 29 defensive rebounds. And then the Wizards had 34. They won that one. And then they had 19 personal fouls. The Wizards had 20. Grizzlies won that one. And they should have won this game, but the Wizards kept coming and they never gave up. They never quit. And they was able to use their shot makers to be able to make the shots that mattered when the Grizzlies were struggling to make theirs. And the game just came one basket, another basket, another basket. Next thing you know, it's tied up. Next thing you know, they got the lead. Next thing you know, the game was over. It just went like that, because they was playing and doing less fouling. And the Grizzlies just couldn't keep up. They just couldn't close out the game. And that sucks too, you know what I mean? Because you needed to win, you wanted to win, and this is a game you should have won, and you had the better team when it comes to the stars and the roster that you had put out there. And the Wizards not great offensively, and they're also not that great defensively either. You should have figured out a way to win this game, whether it was just making the plays defensively or just taking more time to get a quality look on their defense, or just trying to find a way to bust it open like you was doing basically the entire game. And then Jaren Jackson fouling out didn't help either, because he is one of their leaders and best offensive players. And Aldama can't do it himself. You know what I mean? He took a lot of shots. He was really efficient. He was really good. But he needed other players to assist him by making shots and making plays too. And they just couldn't do that enough to beat the Washington Wizards. Sounds crazy. Sound like I'm lying to y'all, but it happened tonight. And this is why you play the game. Sometimes you should win. Sometimes you think you should win. Sometimes you think it's going to get figured out before the end of it. And then it can just go in the other team favor. And it ended up working out for the Wizards. So comment, like, subscribe, share. Hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. I also do conversation video just like this about various NBA only topics. I also do breakdowns of real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars. I also do mock draft and draft coverage too. And I also have over 4,000 videos already on my channel that you can watch right now and enjoy. And it's all for free. Not only that, I also try to make videos every single day throughout the day to give y'all something to watch and look forward to when it comes to basketball and NBA content. Not only that, I would say, man, I also try to make sure y'all got something to enjoy. But thank y'all for checking out the channel. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for continuing to appreciate the content for what it is. Continue to stay subscribed. Continue to stay loyal. And continue to check out the channel as much as y'all can whenever y'all can. I really love and enjoy that too. Other than that, y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today with more analysis, hopefully.